All right, everybody, welcome to season 3 of the Midnight Racing League Contender Series. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth as always, bringing you action for tonight. And right now, 43 drivers on deck to take to the high banks of Daytona. And right now, as it stands, Tyler Stevenson top of the board, Seth Heyman, Joe Herrera, Landon Velicky, Cameron Craighead, your top 5. David Riddell, Mike Audrey, Brent Garber, Brandon Reed, and Jesse Dawson, your top 10. With 30 seconds remaining in qualifying. The third driver is supposed to lap. There's 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47 drivers on the ballot for tonight. We're going to see how qualifying is going to work out here. Right now, while we remain qualifying, get ready to start. Well, Brent Garber rolling that onto the racetrack. Aaron Stanton rolls that onto the racetrack right now. Going to all right, so I stand corrected. So everybody's going to have a start. You hear me right? You hear me corrected? And I think the only one not starting tonight is Ethan Eckert, because I believe he is race control. So that means you're going to have over 40 drivers on this 2.5 mile track. This is going to be insane. The only thing I do not see, when I look at the name ballot, I do not see the reigning and defending MRL Contender Series champion Isaac Smallwood in the field. Nonetheless, qualifying underway. All right, now Harry Lindmark fastest on the track at the moment. He's taking the outside lane, so point in case. They're going to be setting up for an even bigger turn 3. Or second lap, rather, my mistake. Brendan Reed across the line, 52.08. Harry Lindmark, 52.06. Garber, Reed, Stanton. Right now, Christopher Logan, top of the board, 51.778. Diego Burrell, Landmark Garber, Brendan Reed, your top 5. At the line, Harry Landmark. He's got it. 51.527. Terry Landmark, top of the board. Robbie Adams just started his first lap. Connor Leach in the 77 machine. Well, 6 minutes and not even a quarter of the field has posted a lap down yet. Only 14 at the moment. At the line, Connor Leach. Survey says his first lap, 15th quickest. Andrew Lott's third quickest, 51.56. 4 Lots right now, Leach. This will be a good lap. Don't know if it's going to be good enough right now. Flirting somewhere, maybe within the top 10. At the line, Connor Leach cuts a bit out of the apron. 51.542. Third quickest for Connor Leach. I stand corrected. Simon Landmark. First lap for Landmark, 52.249. This will be where it counts. Right now, 22nd for Landmark. 22 drivers have made a lap. My mistake, make it 25. Right now, Landmark across the line, second lap, 5:32. Second quickest for Simon Landmark, and it'll be right now Landmark front row with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Right now, as it stands, Landon Velicky, already a rough night in the Truex Truck Series. Velicky across the line, and he'll take it to the top of the board. 51.485 for Landon Velicky. Holy cow. Elijah Fisher. Fisher up next along with Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson's first lap will actually be good enough for 31st. Drew Drummond, as a matter of fact, knocks him down. Fisher, Riddell, Timothy Cook, Cameron Craighead, DJ Stagner, Charlie Morgan, Mark Person, Trevor Asronoff. Still to come. Riddell. 32nd quickest, the first lap. Fisher's first lap across the line. Survey says 52.690. 35th quickest, sizing it up for the second lap. The leader of the Jack Shack, Trevor Asronoff, with a minute and a half remaining, going to try to get his name on the board. Well, Asronoff on the clock with a minute remaining. Meanwhile, Elijah Fisher across the line. Cuts the tri-oval a little bit, try to get everything he can, and at the line, Fisher, 5:28, third quickest for Elijah Fisher. .33 seconds remaining. Person's second lap's about to come up. Timothy Cook's first lap's about to come up. Charlie Morgan's first lap's about to come up. At the line, Trevor Asronoff across the line. Not enough. 14th quickest. And Landon Veliky on pole for the Midnight Racing League Contender Series. Man. Well, without further ado, and what I believe is going to be the biggest single race in Midnight Racing League history, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Daytona. 100 laps on deck for tonight. So real fast, we'll go through the starting lineup. As soon as all the drivers get loaded in, ready to go. And it will be Landon Veliky and Harry Lindmark on the front row for tonight. Row 2, Elijah Fisher, Simon Lindmark. Row 3, Joe Herrera and Tyler Henry. Row 4, Charlie Morgan, Connor Leach. Right out top 10, Kenny Reel, the Cup Series points leader. Next to him, Mike Audrey. And rounding out the fast 12, David Riddell and Andrew Lotz. 13, Jason Pick, Trevor Asronoff, leader of Jack Shack, rolls off from row 7. Mark Person, Cameron Craighead. PGR drivers, as is several, looking to make an impact tonight. Tyler Stevenson, Aaron Stanton rolls off for row 9. DJ Standard, Brent Garber, row 10 to round out top 20. Nicholas Alozia, Corbin Hines, row 11. Seth Taman, Frank Chavez, row 12, 23rd and 24th. Kevin Sterner, Dwayne Drummond rolls off from 26. Kevin Allen, Gordon Glywheel deep in the field. A lot of work to do tonight. Corey Wright looks to go 2 in a row at Daytona. Next to him, Juan Cobbs Jr., Jesse Dawson, Justin Millicar rolls off from 32nd. Ethan Eckert, John Dale III, Braden Waters, and Patrick Cameron from row 18. Row 19, Diego Burrell, Brendan Reed. Row 20, Joel Kurth, Robbie Adams. And folks, we're still going. Row 21, Chris Logan, Timothy Cook. Row 22, Dylan Fink, Mitchell Raridan. Still going. Row 23, Travis Orwick and Aubrey Thompson makes his return. Brian Cornelis and Kobe Neal rounds out row 24 and row 25. Hunter Hastings. Holy cow. Stackfield, if you win this race tonight, you've earned it. So this is undoubtedly going to be history. The biggest field in Midnight Racing League. I can't hardly believe it. Man, my computer can survive all of it. We'll break any action. It's probably going to have a nervous breakdown. Alright. Velicky, Lindmark, Fisher, Simon Lindmark, Joe Retta, a star-studded field at Daytona. Only one can win it. Velicky into Nine Riddles restart zone. We are rolling from Daytona. Get even bigger look from the top row in the nosebleed sections of Daytona. And right now, Elijah Fisher pushing Velicky into turn number 1. Herdo and Charlie Morgan trying to work something on the bottom lane. The Lindmark brothers hook right behind Fisher and Velicky at the line. Give it to Landon Velicky, leading lap 1. Need to take her some time here. It's going to have to work for this one. You ain't lying. Right now, Trevor Avernoth working up the middle. Avernoth, Jack Shack's coming. Kenny Reel's going to split Elijah Fisher. And Velicky 3 wide. Reel up to the top spot. There's a Jack Shack 1, 2, and 3 about as quickly as you can blink. And where in the hell did Trevor Avernoth come from in all this? Started 14th. Right now, just going to be able to show you the top 25 at the moment, mainly because the computer is spasming out right now. But it is Kenny Reel leading over Avernoth, Mark Person, Velicky, and Simon Lindmark. Elijah Fisher trying to pull that middle lane. Simon Lindmark down to the bottom. Right now, show you a quick glimpse. Right now, Aaron Stanton, 19th, about to go to 20th here. This is just not even the back end of the field. There's the back end of the field. Oh, second line, there's more. This is 34th at the moment as everybody. Good grief. What are you gonna try? Oh! Oh, there goes finisher round! Grinds it to a stop, no caution at the moment. What in the world? Can't see nothing. Server lag and stack up effect, and yep, that's all she wrote. Frank Chavez, black flag. Alright, we're just going to keep towards the front here. For the time being. As right now, 95 laps to go. Right now, it is still Jack Shack 1-2. Kenny Real, Trevor Asronoff, Mark Person right now running in the third spot. Andrew Lotz, Landon Velikey. Wash right now hooked up behind the Landmark brothers. Right in the moment, it is still Kenny Real, Trevor Asronoff. But right now, this is just a patient game. You're wanting to be patient. The last thing you need to hear is a big one. And right now, Seth Tatum and others right now trying to catch back up to his main group. For Elijah Fisher right now, 42nd. He's got others around, of course. Several have lost a draft, and several are probably just playing it safe at the moment. Well, 92 to go. Of course, right at the moment, really just seemed like bottom lane not able to build up the ground it needs. Justin Millicar's taxed inside the top 10. Right now, biggest mover so far within the top 25. Justin Millicar up 24 spots from where he started. This Corey Wright up 22. Corey Wright, winner from last year. Mitchell Raritan up 20. He's wanting inside the top 25. comes. Justin Milliker on the bottom. Milliker, Cameron Craighead trying to make something happen. Charlie Morgan in the middle, got Drummer right behind him. Aaron Stanton's working up into the mix now inside the top 15. Field, a little dicey. They save it. Real leads across the line. Question is, if you're one of them front runners, if you're Astronaut, if you're Kenny Real, if you're Craighead, now how much fuel have you saved as Dylan Fink about to go one lap down? More than just one lap down, actually about 4. I mean, that's what I'm being told. Well, new leader at Daytona, Cameron Craighead to the top of the spot. However, Milliker still taxiing the bottom. Down the back straightaway, Dylan Fink will play a factor in this somehow. He's going to stay right on that bottom lane, and he will get split. They're going to go 3 wide entering turn number 3. Right now, 87 to go. They're packed tighter together when it worked to start, but Craighead, Kenny Real, Trevor Astronaut, Mark Person, Justin Milliker, top 5, Veliky, Morgan, Connor Leach, and Corey Wright in the top 10. We're fielding right now. See the outside lane starting to work again. Well, further back, big. They save it. Almost catastrophe. 15 to go. Trying to find some of the other field here. Allow it to get caught up. There's part of the other field. I say part of it. Well, meanwhile, back at the front, you get an aerial look at Daytona. And folks, I would love to show the whole field, I would, but right now, I think it's possible not with everything to run smooth as Kenny Real works to the bottom again. Person now. He'll slide back just a little bit, about 9th or 10th. Stanton trying to still work inside the top 10. 17 of 100 in the books. right now at the moment. 83 to go. And surprisingly, they've been green the whole way. But gotta imagine what it's going to be like with a pit stop. They know it's having a quiet night. Already working himself up to the field, Mitchell Raritan. And on that 38 machine. Up 26 spots from where he started this race. And then that Oreo machine right on the outside lane. Right now, of course, he had a quiet night. Him and Gordon Gladwell both. Gordon actually up 13 spots where he started, making 14. Jesse Dawson up 16. Right now, drivers just riding, but have already made a lot of ground going forward. Timothy Cook text on in that 45 machine. Up 22 spot where he started. Joel Kerr up 19. Just shows you how big this field is. Justin Millicar up 29 spots from where he started as they look to put Elijah Fisher one lap down. Fisher trying to figure out where to get all this going. Hold on to the bottom. No harm, no foul. Another one about to go a lap down. That'd be the 44. Right now, the 44 goes one lap down. Now him and Elijah Fisher will be fighting for that free pass. Coming up. Right now, it's still Cameron Craig in leading at Daytona. All it's going to take is one mistake, one little mistake, and the field's going to be gone in every which direction, going like a tornado in an Oklahoma trailer park when it will be all said and done. But right now, everybody keeping it 2 by 2. Not really a lot of 3-wide action. No daring moves at the moment. Right now. '23. Oh, there goes Millicar. There they go, boys. Connor Leach upside down. Charlie Morgan, Drew Drummond involved. Mitchell Raritan, DJ Stagner, Charlie Morgan. And you mean to tell me that not a single meatball is going to come out of that? Unbelievable. Justin Millicar, he saved it. Here, Stanton gets a piece of this. Connor Leach almost up and over. Look back and see what happens. Well, matter of if or when Fisher evasive action. Let's look. The 0184 come together from there. It is on. Fisher going for a slide. Stanton does get a piece of this, as does Drummond, as does Morgan. Connor Leach, obviously Mitchell Raritan. Right on board with a few drivers. Connor Leach, the first one. Next on board, Dwayne Drummond. Brandon Reed's on board. Gonna be smart enough, he gonna get slowing down, avoid all the carnage. Elijah Fisher. Just the wall a little bit. Well, right now at the front of the field, Joel Kurth, Corbin Hines, Trevor Asronoff, Landon Velke, Kenny Reel. Your top 5, folks. Well, folks, after that, I think it's time for a beer break. Give me 1 second. Couple of drivers back in, Nash in the front too, really. Along with a few other ones getting damage served right now. For what we can tell, the auto repair list is pretty big already. They're staying a minute worth of damage. John Dale, Dwayne Drummond, Charlie Morgan, Connor Leach, Mitchell Redden, Joe Herrera, Andrew Lotz, Kevin Stunner, all of them owe the repair bill a pretty big tab at the moment. The rear racket for the top 20 goes Asronoff, Kenny Reel, Corey Wright, Mark Persons, Timothy Cook. Your top 5, Gordon Gladwell, Tyler Stevens, Jason Pick, Seth Heyman, Brent Garber. The top 10, Tyler Henry, Mike Audrey, Brandon Walters, Travis Orwick, Landon Velicki started on pole right now, 15th. Patrick Kimber, DJ Stagner, Brendan Reed, Kevin Steiner, Nicholas Olozia, your top 20. Oh. All right. 1 degree this time. Well, I don't know what to say. One of the biggest fields I think I will ever call. And look at some of the names in the back. Drew Drummond back in 35th. Was up inside the top 15 at one point. Cameron Craighead was at the lead at one point. Elijah Fisher 1 lap down. Carl Leach 1 lap down. Charlie Morgan. I mean, drivers right now who were at the front now have to go through all this crap to get right back up to it again. Over 40 drivers they've got to work their way back through to get to the front. As we get set to go back racing. Garrett needs a smoke break, you damn right. Alright. Adronoth, Kenny Reel. Bring us down to the 9 Reynolds restart zone. We're rolling again. Adronoth, what a hell of a restart. Corey Wright up to second. Real slides back to third. Here it comes. Tyler Cook on the bottom, bringing the 5 with him. Landon Velicki shuffled out of line. Well, right now, Timothy Cook to the top spot with 73 laps to go. And here comes Adronoth. Right back to the outside again. Adronoth leads at the line. Biggest movers of the night, by God, I cannot believe 39 spots. And that's not even towards the back of the, well, that's towards the back, but damn, there's still another 12 spots to go. Warwick up 29, right up 27, Brendan Reed, Brandon Walters. All of them lap leaders so far tonight. Cameron Craig, Kenny Reel, Trevor Adronoth, Landon Velicki, Justin Miller Carr, Joe Herrera, Drain Drummond. At the line. Adronoth leads again. Well, right now, that old TA, suspended less than a month ago, worked his butt off to get right back to the main stage, and right now he leads at Daytona. Oh, can you imagine the party? Lord have mercy. Caution! The only bad thing is, gonna have a hard time finding it. Elijah Fisher on the apron. Stanton, everybody looks okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hide this ticker here in a minute so everybody don't see it spasm out. And it's gonna be hard to find anything in this. Okay, so Dylan Fink jumped to the pit, so something tells me this will happen around here somewhere. Okay, hold the phone a minute now, folks. This is going to be difficult to do. Let's see. Try Robbie Adams or somewhere up in there. Just see if we can get a good visual of the wreck. There it is. Actually going to start in that big pack. Alright. So it's going to start somewhere back up in here. Simon Lindmark. Down on the apron. It starts from it. It starts with Veliky up there somewhere. Alright, here we go. He just gets the wall into the 97. And the 97 up in the air. Rise the hood of Veliky. Kevin Sterner. Holy cow. Jesus. Right now, Tyler Stevenson at the front of this field. Jason Pick, Charlie Morgan, Trevor Absnoff, Kenny Real, Corey Wright, the top six. King of World Cup of drivers. Oh, where to begin? Tyler Stevenson, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, what can I say? Leading the biggest race in Midnight Racing League history, over 45 cars. How does it feel right now? How intense has it been?
Well, it's about to end. I only stayed out to grab a lap head bonus. I'm gonna bid now, but it was nice to lead that lap, I guess.
As for tonight, I'll ask, man. I mean, you're back there in about 43rd, 47th. Funny, weird that I'm even saying that. Again, how hard is it just to try to get back up to? Right now, the top 30 seem like it'd be a blessing.
Yeah, it's been fun. I'm just chilling. I'm actually about to use the bathroom real quick, so I gotta go.
Well, you're good, buddy. Best of luck from here on out.
Yeah, thanks.
Right now, Seth Heyman at the top of the charts. Oh, my mistake. Charlie Morgan at the top of the charts. Along with Jason Pick, Trevor Azernoth, Rio, Corey Wright. Well, this will be something. We'll try it again. All right. Pick, Morgan, bring us down. Back underway for Daytona. Jason Pick. Great start for him. Goes Azernoth right back to the back bumper again. Down the back straightaway. Right now, Kenny Rail looks to the outside for the lead. Not able to get it built up yet. Morgan stuck in the middle. Glidewell hung out to dry. Oh, there goes Morgan. And the Glidewell. There they go. Oh, Veliky, wicked shot. That's the whole damn field. Take the bingo cards and throw them out the window. Charlie Morgan. Travis Orwick. Good God almighty. Landon Veliky's night from hell continues. Justin Millicar with a piece of this. There are times I'm speechless, but this is one of them. I mean, I don't know what to make of this. That is half the field, if not 3/4. Dear God almighty. Try to dissect this one. Heyman and Morgan come together, and then Morgan into Heyman. Jesse Dawson gets a piece of this. And boys, that is all she writes. Aaron Stan barely weaved through this. Half the people just said, hey, we'll just come to a stop. We'll figure this crap out. Just stop. Man, oh man. Looked smaller than what it looked. Because by God, I could have sworn it was going to take out half the field. Our boy Charlie Morgan. Justin Millicar's on board. Does a hell of a job sneaking through. How about a hell of a job sneaking through? Aaron Stanton's on board. Woo! Right now, Jason Pick leads at Daytona. Jesse Dawson's second, Real Astronaut. Mark Persons, your top 5. They can't get a word. Couple more drivers. Trevor Astronaut, what do you make of all this?
Hey, Garrett, what's going on? You just missed out on a great rap session by Cameron Craighead we were just having here. Because after everything he was saying was, So, what are we doing? What was the question? I don't know.
I said, what do you make of all this? The biggest damn field in Midnight Racing League history. And right now, you have led 10 laps of it. Right now, most out of any driver, 63 to go. What more is it going to take to get the job done?
Oh, thank you for telling me that, because now I'm going to go try to lead more laps. I didn't know I led the most. But, yeah, brother, we came out here to old Daytona. We put it in 15th, because I didn't know we had the cheese. And we came up here to front, and we went to want to go lead the damn race. So what we're going to go do here now is we're going to cut the sleeves off, per usual. We're probably going to cut the fenders off, too, make it a little lighter. And we're going to go up here and go to the front. It's been going pretty well. We had one green flag run, almost had a pit stop, and the race would have been over. But we didn't, and now we're dying and wrecking. But hopefully we weed them out, and we can get up here and go ahead and go get us on the lead. And I'm going to take Kenny Reel's right rear. I didn't tell him that. I'm working with him, but I didn't tell him that. I'm going to take his right rear here in a second. He don't know that. I hope he's not watching the broadcast. That would suck. But, yeah, we're out here, baby. We're leading at the old Midnight Mayhem race in the daytime. I don't know why we did that, but it's crazy. Yeah, man. We finna go see. I'm going to go win this thing. I'm definitely going to put Landon in the wall later. Hopefully he's not dead yet. Yeah, man, we got a lot going on right here on PGR Esports tonight. Shout out to you. Appreciate you for broadcasting back season 4 for the next season. And, yeah, man, we got it's hunting season. And we're going to go out here and get us a wabbit.
All right, buddy. Best of luck. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing in Victory Lane.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. And, yeah, man, usually when I say I'll talk to you later, I get wrecked. So we'll see how well that goes. So,
fair enough.
Care,
Later, buddy. You tell Trevor Astronaut's wound up, ready to go. There's going to have to be 62 laps remaining. 61 when they take the green flag. All right. Try this again. Pick. Dawson brings us down. Rolling again. Astronaut looks to the outside. Dawson shuts the door on him. Now he'll shut the door on Astronaut too many times to get away with it. Yeah, but it has killed that outside momentum. Kenny Rio now up to the second spot again. Person right behind him, Mitchell Raritan back in the hunt. Kenny Rio leads. 60 to go. The intensity is going to slowly start picking up more and more the more this race goes on. Dawson down to the bottom. You got drivers looking to go to victory lane. You got drivers wanting to go to victory lane, needing to go to victory lane even. And right now, it's Kenny Rio, the Cup Series winner from Daytona. Really to start the season. Looking to do the same for the Contender Series. Dawson fires back to the bottom again. Down the front straightaway. 59 to go. Kenny Rio leads it again. Not to be outdone and definitely never to be left out of the conversation. Landon Velicky starting to work himself up to the field. A horrendous night for the Truax Truck Series in Indianapolis for the 62. Trying to turn all that around tonight. Middle 3 wide, contact with Raritan. They keep it straight for the moment. Right now. Astronaut first to the bottom, stagnant out of shape. 3 wide. 3 by 3 as Trevor Astronaut going for the lead again. You look at the lap leaderboard. Kenny Rio has actually gotten around Trevor Astronaut for leading the most laps. You know what Trevor's going to do? He's going to try to lead him some more. Best lap of the race, Joe Herrera, 48.61. As Gordon Glidewell out of shape in that green and black, number 25. Keeps it straight. Dawson on the bottom. Contact with Velicky again. Dawson still trying to get back on the track. Finally will, but he's going to lose a crap ton of spots. Yeah, he'll drop out. He's dropped outside top 20. All the way back to 27 for Jesse Dawson. But right now is Kenny Rio. Here comes Connor Leach on the bottom. Almost at halfway, Rio holding a steady ground. As Person now looks to the outside. Here it comes, Connor Leach up the inside. Oh, breaks around! Into Trevor Astronaut, who saves it. But they are right behind him. A lot of arc braking, lots and lots of arc braking. Robbie Adams stuck up on the banking, as is Brandon Waters, gets it rolling. Massive damage to Robbie Adams' machine. Jason Branch got turned. Or Jason Pick, rather. Look at it from the aerial view. Aaron Stanton, see him involved. Cameron Craig is going to take it 3 wide up the middle. They're all just going to come together. DJ Stagner, Dylan Fink gets a piece of this. Everybody else. Kind of hard to really say. Alright, let's get a look at it from DJ Stagner's standpoint. Aaron Stanton's look at it. He just locks it up just to avoid getting into it. Kenny Real wins the race off pit road. Person, Corey Wright, Connor Leach, Joe Herrera. Your top 5. Well, right now, it is hard to say who was still in it, who was out of it. When a repair tab gets bigger and bigger, Well, Jerry Rackett, Kenny Real, Mark Person, Corey Wright, Connor Leach, Joe Herrera. Your top 5: Raritan Reed, Kurth Wonkovs Jr., David Riddell. The top 10. So, all right, try this one again. We're rolling. 52 to go. All right, now here comes Corey Wright. Huge run out to number 4. Corey Wright's going to take the lead for the first time tonight. And everything seems to be going right. No pun intended. As Trevor Asmerdoth gets stuck in the middle. Stanton jumps up to help him along with Fisher. Corey Wright adds his name to the leaderboard for the first time tonight with 51 to go. Right now, Fisher, Veliky working that middle lane. Wonkovs Jr. just up in front of them. Thought about it. Getting dicey back here, boys. Meanwhile, Corey Wright will lead them into turn number 3. Here comes TA up the bottom. They're not trying to get right back in it. Right on board with a couple of drivers, why not? Oh, Stan knocked out of shape. Saved it. Barely. Anyway, I can't really shuffle out contact again. Ah, there they go, boys. Metro Raritan involved in this one. Raritan involved in this one. Couple more. Brent Garber, maybe a little bit of damage. One driver meatball flag for his troubles. It is Brent Garber. One called Junior Black Flag. Timothy Cook, believe he got. Oh yeah, Timothy Cook was involved though. He came across Stanton's front nose. Mayhem, living up to the night, living up to his name. Midnight Mayhem 250, and buddy, start to get his money's worth. Look at it from high above again. Contact with Rio in the 45, and then from there it's just on. After not slipping through the grass. Fisher, you may get a little bit of piece of this. Oh! Here's how Brent Garber got his meatball flag. I'll be damned. It has been a war. Corey Wright wins the race off of pit road. Herta, Vela, Key, Connor Leach, Mark Person, Joel Kerr. Your top 5. Fisher, Reed. In 9th and 10th, rejoining the field. As Jesse Dawson leads, or Patrick Cameron, they stay out. Well, to re-rack it, Cameron Dawson, Hereta, Corey Wright, Mark Persons, the top 5. Fisher 7, Joe Kerr, Seth Taman, Brandon Reed, the top 10. Alright. We're rolling again. Joretta gonna take it 3 wide. Jason Dawson stuck in the middle. Right now, Seth Heyman up and down, left and right all over the place, able to hold on to it. But right now, Patrick Cameron leads, Corey Wright fighting back to the outside. Right now, Wright, Cameron across the line, give it to Corey Wright. Well, right now, oh, big crash. Caution's out. Reckon somewhere else in the back. Now I gotta figure out where. In front of them. Okay, 57 around. Hell of a save, though. Him and Veliki come together, and God almighty, that car is wrecked and he brings it back. Hell of a save. Unfortunately, it will be another caution. 6-1 in the night. With Corey Wright leading with 43 laps to go. Well, Cameron Kerr, Jesse Dawson, DJ Stagner all stay out, earn his caution. Re-wreck it. Patrick Cameron, Joe Kurt, Jesse Donson, DJ Steiner, Corey Wright, your top 5. Joe Herrera, Connor Leach, Mark Person, Elijah Fisher, Jason Pick, your top 10. Auburn Millicor, Raymond, Tyler Henry, Aaron Stanton, still top 15. All right, 40 laps to go. We're rolling. Right now, Camber's going to lead in turn number 1. Ryan in person still working the outside lane. However, here it comes. Beretta and Millicor on the outside. Well, we're right back out front. Now here comes Millicor and Aaron Stanton on the bottom lane again. 38 to go. Caution out again. There it is. Probably happens further back. I'm not quite understanding why we're in a caution for. Something further in the back. Unsure what it could be. But right now, oh, Jesse Dawson stays down under this caution. Well, Jesse Dawson, Jason Pick, Fisher, Craig Kidd, Millicard, top 5, Wright, Person, Avenal, Beretta, Connor Leach, your top 10. We're rolling. Right now, down the back straightaway, Dawson holding Fisher at bay. Miller car jumps to the outside. We're going to stay with Person. Person up to the middle, outside lane with the numbers. As Craig Kidd leads. He'll lead for the first time in a number of laps. Led 10 laps so far, tied with Corey Wright, as a matter of fact. Craig Kidd leads. Wright, Herrera, Azronoff, Joel Kirk. Right back in the top 5 again. Millikar, Veliky, Person, Rio, Dawson. As top 3 trying to mount a getaway. As the field thunders down the back straightaway again. 33 laps to go. The race winding down. Well, Craig Kidd trying to keep them all at bay. Here comes Kirk to the bottom. Getting pushed by Timothy Cook as they work down the back straightaway again. Cook to the middle lane. That was Craig Kidd. Craig Kidd got caught in the middle. He's going to go back, going to pair up with Astronaut Corey Wright right up to the outside lane. Six cautions, never mind it. We'll still go 3 wide. This race is winding down into its closing laps. Elijah Fisher a lap down at one point. Spent all night going through hell in a handbasket to get back inside the top 5. Another one's been through hell in a handbasket all night. Landon Veliky is up into the 3rd spot. As the field works down the back straightaway again. Middle lane trying to get formed up. Person and Millikar formed up together. It'll be 30 to go this time by. The countdown is underway. Craig Kidd to the middle. Astronaut trying to figure out where he wants to go to. Almost turns Craig Kidd. Fisher to the bottom. Mike Audrey up into the mix in that number 12 machine. Try to make something happen. Oh, there they go! Stand in the wall. There's the big one. The big one this time strikes. Late and going. Good God almighty. Stanton involved in this one. Double zeros involved in 96. Mark Person, Jason Pick, Brent Garber, Timothy Cook. Double zero. Well, no owner that is at the moment. Try and get a name on him. Here's Stanton this time. It'll be terminal. What in the name of might has happened? Your guess is as good as mine. This will be the one. This will happen at the front of the field. Fish are all out of sorts. They all just get a coin. Is that a net code on Mark Person by chance? Look at it and see. No, Dawson does get into the back of it. From there, it is on. And, buddy, we were wondering. And even now, it does not look like the big one we're accustomed to seeing, which tells you one or two things. Either that was the big one, it is yet to strike, or yeah, that was the big one, it's already struck, or this is just a sign of what's to come. Kurth into the back of Dawson. Dawson into Person, and that's what triggers all this. Harry Lindmark gets a piece of this. Drew Drummond. Man. One of the fastest trucks of the night. Mark Person. More than likely his chances of winning Midnight Mayhem has came to an end. At the front, Elijah Fisher, Melikar, Kurth, Seth Heyman, Tyler Stevenson. Well, Trey Rackett. We'll re-rack it one more time. Melikar, Kurth, Camber, Leach. How about Nicholas Alozia up in the top 5? Chris Logan, Diego Burrell, Person, Jason Pick, Dwayne Drummond. Inside the top 10. Let's try this again. We're rolling. Right now, Phil Thunder's down the back straightaway again. Right the line. Miller car leads it. Diego Burrell to the bottom. Oh, down the back straightaway. 25 to go. The lap's winding down. Well, Justin Miller car's only led 5 laps so far tonight. Mark Person, forget what I said about maybe being out of it. The 77 right back to the top of the board. Phil works off the back straightaway again. Right now, 23 to go. And Mark Person is driving the race of his life. Well, trying to get dicey further back. .22 laps to go from Daytona. Joel Kurth having a hell of a run so far tonight up in that 88 machine. Another one you have not heard out of all night, Corbin Hines. Right now running in 5th. Caution is out at 10 minutes to 2. DJ Stagner around. Dylan Fink meatball flag. I think everybody a lot of black flags. What happened to DJ Stagner? Further back, him and Dylan Fink. Okay, Burrell and Fink come together, and then, okay, Stagner across Chris Logan. Bam! Hard into the inside wall. Excuse me, I apologize. But Just an accordion, and then Stevenson to the back of the 52 and a big shot. Everybody taking evasive action to get by. We'll re-rack it one more time. With 17 laps to go. Justin Millicar, Mark Person, Joel Kurth, Connor Leach, Corbin Hines. Your top five. Cameron Drewman, Dawson, or Jesse Dawson, Trevor Astronaut, Kevin Sterner. The top 10, Raritan, Henry, Pick, Walters, Juan Cobbs Jr., the top 15. All right, pace car in. Rolling. 17 to go. Right now, Mellicar leads off of 4. Here it comes. Well, Kurt thought he had to run to the bottom. Truman looks to the middle lane. Outside lane formed up. More on the moment. Mellicar, Bursa, Leach, Cameron all lined up in that outside lane. Right now, single fouled out. Kurt and Dawson come together. Save it yet. Now bottom lane completely has lost all its momentum. 15 to go. Somebody in that outside lane at this bottom lane is not getting their run back, their muster back. They're going to drop to the bottom and see what they can do. Right now, do what they can, try to get that bottom lane to work. Dawson working that bottom lane up to 5th. Here comes the bottom. Well, here comes Kenny Real with Astronaut up the middle. Somebody weren't going to wait long. 14 laps to go. Kenny Real gets knocked sideways. He saves it. 13 to go from Daytona. Jesse Dawson, black flag. Rub it all over the place in the back. 4 wide, down to go. Oh, for Pete's sake. Computer's spasming out now. All right, there we go. Finally, back clear. Kevin Allen involved in this one. Landon Veliky, meatball damage. The night from hell will finally end for Landon Veliky, but not how he wanted it. Brandon Reed, big time damage. Well, we're gonna see if we can figure this out. That it's spasming out on me. Yeah, it's gonna spasm out naturally. Dawson gets knocked to the apron. Then from there, comes back up, and Allen then just run out of room and has all she wrote rather. And we are under caution yet again for the 10th time. And Landon Veliki's night will be over. Well, be 10 to go, 9 when they're to take the green somewhere along in there. Well, 10 to go. If you're just a middle car, you've been here before, but every time it never gets easier. Handstand beat ball flag and his night will end. Or not how he wanted it to. "2:06 in the morning on the East Coast. Well, it's been a wild 100 laps. It's in its final stages, 90 down, 10 to go. For Justin Miller car, thinking of what could have been last season, but had to step away at the halfway point, obviously to come home after being in Japan for the last 4 years or so. After serving our country, we will always thank him for that. But it will always remain, what if If Justin Millicar could have finished the season, how would the playoffs look different? Well, unfortunately, we cannot answer that one. But if he can hold on tonight, I'm sure he'll pretty much say Justin Millicar will be back on the map. But to do that, he has got to hold off Mark Persis, Connor Leach, Patrick Camburn, and still about, give or take, 33 drivers left in it. 9 to go. We are rolling from Daytona again. And folks, it will not be the last caution. It's only going to get more aggressive from here. We'll go to 230 if we got to. Jesus, what a beer. Azronoth looking to the middle. Kerrigan does not go with him. And he tried it. However, help's coming to Corey Wright. 8 to go. Kerrigan drops to the bottom. He wants to lead his bottom lane. 8 to go at the line. Right now. You ain't seen it yet there, shoving. Look at Azronoth pushing all over Cameron Craighead. Connor Leach pushing Millicar for all he's worth. Craighead edges out. Oh, Cameron's loose! Into Millicar, there to go! Millicar, Leach, there's the big one! Corey Rice involved in it. Drummond, Millicar, Azronoth. Oh, my Lord. Kenny Real. Real's involved. Big damage on Real. God almighty. Trevor Azronoth. Hard to say if he got through it. Oh, he did. He got some damage out of it. You know that for a fact. Kenny Real through the grass. What in the world? Well, it's coming to the end of Daytona. What more needs to be said? Azronoth just gets off center with Cameron, gets him out of shape. Him and Corey become disconnected. And that is all she wrote. Kenny Real almost had it through. Almost got through it. Right on board with Trevor Azronoth through this. Up next, let's see. Justin Millicar. Rough night for Justin Millicar. From the back to the front more times than can be counted. This might just do in the driver of the 84 Jack Shack machine. Corey Wright's on board. It wasn't a matter of if, it wasn't a matter of when. Good question. I think it's just a matter of when. I mean, coming to the end at Daytona, he can't lift now. Well, Justin Miller car for Corey Wright, for Kenny Reel. I mean, they're going to be mired. Got to be deep in his field. I'm looking at him in top 20. I don't even see him in top 20. Well, Kenny Reel's there in third. So Reel might be fine to stay out here and just go for it. Connor, at least you see damage to that 71 machine. These drivers, they're thinking about just going for it. Justin Millicar back in 28. Drew Drummond back in 26. Astronaut 34th. More than likely, their nights and hopes of winning tonight are dashed. They're done. Trevor Astronaut gets out ahead just to avoid going a lap down. Definitely not what you want. I don't care how late in the race you are. There will be two Jack Shack entries on the outside. Cameron Craighead, Kenny Reel. To re-rack it. Connor Leach, Cameron Craighead first and second. Person, Reel, third and fourth. Jason Pick has been involved in 2 or 3 incidents of the night, but keeps on coming back. He is up to 6th. Patrick Cameron right now 5th. We're going to swat into around there. You go. Mitchell Raritan, Corbin Hines, Brandon Walters, and Nicholas Alozia right now having a hell of a run in that 162 machine. Folks, we're going to try it one more time. 4 to go. Leach, Craighead rolling again in Daytona. TA, black flag. Down asteroid, Corbin Hines, 3 wide, bring a fish to whip, there goes Aloysia, he is up and over, and back on all 4s, and we're going to overtime. Damn it. Nicholas Aloysia, a hell of a run so far, but unfortunately, come to an end. Good grief. See what happened. 29 comes up into a Lozia and around he goes. Up and over, thank God. The car came back to rest on all four. Well, let's just confirm. Alright, right now it's not going to overtime yet. Man, just then. 3 to go. Alright, one attempt out of green, white, checkered. And folks, after a wild night, it was only fitting. Well, bottom dollar. You will get. Alright, no, they should race it out. Green, white, checkered, does not matter if it comes out or not, they race it out. It's the way I viewed it. Should be that way. Should. Alright. Alright, to re-rack it. Connor Leach, Cameron Craighead, first and second. Person, Real, Camburn, Dix, Hines, Raritan, Waters, Elijah Fisher, by God, is still in it. Well, been a hell of a night. Shane Hard, a winner in the Truex Truck Series from Indianapolis. That was earlier tonight on the Raging Idiot Racing Network, and now here we are. the main event. Midnight Race Elite Contender Series is back. And it all boils down to this. Craighead, Leach will be bringing us down to United Rails Restart Zone. If memory serves, it does not matter what happens. The race ends under green. We are rolling again. Oh, they spun it! God almighty. Look at the Solosi. Oh, man, there's several others back there. Branch involved. Lots of them involved. Meanwhile, the battle at the front. Craighead and Leach. Mark Person with Cameron Craighead on the outside. Connor Leach jumped to the top. Here comes Corbin Hines to the bottom. Mitchell Raritan swings it to the outside. In the Truck Series, Corbin Hines ran second to Kenny Reel. Does not want to run second at Daytona tonight. There we'll see it. White flag. 1 to go at Daytona. Cameron Craighead driving the race of his life. Mark Pearson jumped down line. Hines right to the back of him. Fisher and Raritan side by side, not helping him any. Oh! Craighead almost gets turned. Blocking it, all of it. Hines to the bottom. Craighead blocks again. Mark Pearson way up the track. Pace car's out. Forget the pace car. Off of turn number 4. Raritan to the bottom. Craighead turns sideways. He saves it at the line. Mark Person to victory lane at Daytona. I'll be damned. What a finish. That was worth 13 cautions. Mark Person to victory lane. Cameron Craighead did everything in his power to try to hold him off. Person, Leach, Raritan. How about Mitchell Raritan in the top 3? Brandon Walters 4th, up 30 spots for where he started. And Mitchell Raritan up 40 positions. Started just about shotgunning the field. Elijah Fisher will come home 8th. A hell of a run despite an up and down night for the 20. Well, he was in position all night. And I think the stats ought to show the majority of it. Was as low as 40 freaking third. Had to fight all the way back. But Mark Person wins at Daytona. Have you ever, a few times, look back at the finish? Well, and like I said, Cameron, he did every damn thing in his power he could. Did everything to it. Unfortunately, gets too big out. He goes down and blocks it. Blocks it twice. Almost gets turned. Open the door for Raritan. The 7 goes under. And that was all he could do. There ain't gonna be but one happy person tonight. Well, there's a few happy ones. I'd get. Say Mitchell Raritan's on top of the world right now. He probably feel like he won the damn thing. Mark Person, a hell of a night. Looking at the graph from the bet as low as 43rd at one point and kept coming back. Take us through a chaotic night and arguably, and I am pretty damn sure, the biggest field in Midnight Racing League history. Take us through it.
Yeah, I ended up in the back a couple times. I wasn't trying to be back there. I was trying to keep it up front all night. I knew it was going to get chaotic coming down the stretch. Just tried to keep it up there the best I could. And sustained some damage in the lap 95 wreck, but didn't seem to hurt us too bad. She drove pretty good there at the end, so pretty happy about that.
I got to ask, I'm assuming that you were in the same Discord. Was there any communication on the finish? Walk me through setting up Cameron 40 in there. What was going through your mind on the final green-white checker at this point? Is it every man for himself?
Not really. I was working with Connor on the restart and just trying to get us in the best position possible into the tri-oval. I was pretty content sitting back there third, and the front two leaders got into each other. That kind of stalled Cameron's Mo, and he was just kind of a sitting duck once we got to the tri-oval and his momentum was stalled.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a night for the 77 team. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. I know you're probably ready to hit the hay yourself. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to thank Justin and his admin team, everyone involved, for hosting the race. They do a great job. I want to thank you for doing the broadcast. I want to thank all the drivers that showed up, everybody that watched. I want to thank Justin again. I was working with him during the race, and then Connor there at the end of the race. Mitch, too, thanks for his help. Dwayne, Kenny, Jack Shack, everyone's help. I have a lot of shout-outs for all the drivers at the race. Huge shout-out to Matt Metler and Redline Racing Network. HarpoonDesign.net for the great-looking paints. And the race control, Ethan and Hunter Hastings, they stepped up tonight, so I appreciate them. And, yeah, that's about everyone, so thanks again.
All right, buddy. After a long night, Mark Person will win the opening round of the Contender Series and can say that he won the biggest stacked field in Midnight Racing League history. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job tonight.
Thanks again, Garrett. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. There'll be a second place run for Connor Leach tonight but that's not the whole story. An extremely up and down night for the 71. Take us through it for your perspective.
Oh man, there was a lot going on in that race. We almost made it to green flag stops at the start of the race, and I think that would have changed the look of the race immensely. But we didn't quite get there. I got caught up in that first wreck and had a decent bit of damage, nothing too terrible. Ended up fixing the damage, then came back around, put tires on, and then just kind of raced it out. And I wanted to race, but I didn't want to get too crazy. I think everyone just wanted to favor that outside lane. It seemed to be pretty dominant. But I mean, coming down to the end there, I got caught up in one of the last wrecks, and I had just enough fuel to make it maybe with another caution or two. I didn't expect to be in the caution, but I was, and I think when I was pushing with Justin and Mark, that crackhead or Craighead guy jumped out and caused a bit of a stack up, and then big crash happened and got hooked in that one through the grass. Kind of took out Kenny Real a little bit, but I think he saved it as well because he was still back up there. But had some front end damage. I didn't think the truck was going to take off well at all if I stayed out, but I was like, maybe I stay out and hold on to a top 10 or something like that, maybe. I didn't expect it to take off the way it did with Mark behind me pushing. We ended up having a good little run there. Then another caution came out, and then at the end there, it was like, oh man, what are we gonna do here? So I think everyone that had the lead elected the top, but with the damage I had, I was like, screw it, I'll stay down the bottom. I knew the guy behind me was marked, and I knew, we've raced together a lot, so I figured I better stay down, and we got a good run, and I guess there was some bobble on that green-white checker, and caused half the field to end up wrecked. Unfortunate for them, but fortunately for us, with my damage, I think if the whole field was behind us, they would have swarmed me. And then, man, my teammate Mitch Raridan, he came around me, just barely cleared me, and we ended up going down to the end there. And then the Craighead guy, he, I guess, got himself turned or something, I'm not sure, and ended up with the top 3, and I guess second place. I'll take it all day long.
Well, but I got to ask, as low as 40th at one point, as high as led 4 laps tonight, how difficult was it this stacked field to try to regain the track position as much as it was?
It was tough. I guess a lot of it came down to towards the end there. I think everyone kind of knew we had about 23, 25 laps of fuel on board, so a lot of guys came and hit it a second time on one of the last few cautions there with around that many laps to go, and I guess I gambled a little bit. I figured, surely there'll be more cautions. We ain't gonna go green now. We haven't gone green yet except for the start, and that kind of jumped me up a few positions. But I was always kind of like, I would go sort of towards the front, then go back, and sort of towards the front, and go back, and I mean, man, there was a lot going on in that race, a lot of cautions, which we're going to have to work on, especially with these super speedway tracks. Hopefully we can clean it up at the next tracks we go to. But, I mean, hell, what a turnout. I mean, I think we had 40-some cars in the
breaks
field.
the record.
Yeah, had 40-some cars in the field. That was cool to see. It was... There's a lot going on, but a lot of familiar faces too. A couple new guys here and there, but a lot of familiar faces, and it's good to see all these guys come back for another round in Season 4 of the Contender Series.
Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight. Last question I got for I'll let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, the floor is mine. Okay, biggest shout out is just, the MRL admin team. I think it's another season started off. Here we go. We're off to the races. Gonna be a crazy one. I think we're getting more and more guys every season, and this, obviously, like I said, this is a record for the amount of cars in a race. So we're off to the races here. Hopefully, all these guys that love the super speedways come back for the skill tracks and see what happens. And then just shout out to all the guys on our team. We had a few guys we're in the S3 Motorsports team, but had Dylan Fink and DJ come in a little later on. And Kevin Allen, we had Mitch Raridan, he's a top 3 guy. And, holy fuck, who else do we have? Dwayne, and I mean, shit, I can't remember names, but here we go. Off to the races for another season. Hopefully we can make it a good one.
Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight. Connor Leach will come home second tonight from Daytona in the largest race in Midnight Racing League history. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Thanks for putting on the show. It's always a fun one to watch back.
Yes, sir. Well, Mitchell Raridan will come home.
I heard wrecking, and you literally were just saying that.
How's it going?
Well, I don't know what the hell we heard there. I apologize for the casual viewer.
Sorry about that. I got a little soundboard set. I need to remove that.
Yeah. I don't know. I've heard worse. Damn, you have heard Trevor Asrodon's back in the day. But
Yep.
before he had to go PG-13. But, buddy, And take us to, man, I'm looking at your chart here that's on the broadcast. I mean, you can look back at it afterwards. I'm going to tell you, up and down, low as 43rd, got up as high as 2nd at one point. It is a very up and down night for Mitchell Raritan. Take us through it, man. I mean, it was it about as aggravating going through that whole field again as what it looked like?
It's not as bad getting through it. I think it's just staying up front is the hard part. It's, starting in the back because I knew it was just going to be a wreck fest with this many people. I don't think I've seen this many drivers in an MRL session before, so I knew it was going to be quite hectic from the beginning. Sat in the back for a bit, got involved in nearly every damn accident that there was, but was able to pull through and get ourselves a podium finish. So that was a good race there I'd say.
I'm about to say, it was a hell of a finish, of course. Made the playoffs in the last Super Speedway series.
Last season was good for us.
I'm about to say, I'm going to ask you, this third place run is a hell of a way to start the season. What are the expectations? How does this finish tonight help boost the expectations out of the 38?
Well, depending on how the rest of the season goes, I'm hope we can at least maintain a top 10. There's a lot of strong guys in this field, and these super speedways, it's kind of a gamble, rolling the dice on who gets up there, but the rest of the season usually shows who's got the who the top dog is. So hopefully we can stay with them and pick the right lines and stay in the playoffs and keep on trucking.
Buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. I know you're probably tired as hell. You're probably more tired than I was broadcasting it, but anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Oh yeah, I want to thank let's see, who was it? Dylan and Justin for helping me with my paint scheme, trying to stick with the Oreo truck here, but I couldn't figure out how to get my own number on it, so I want to thank them for helping me with my paint scheme. And just shout out to my wife for supporting me, letting me do this shit all the time. I know it sure makes her unhappy I spend so much time on this shit. But yeah, that and growing up with a racing family, wouldn't be here without it.
Well, she ought to have known that whenever she accepted the deal, then, shouldn't she? Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight. Mitchell Raritan will start the season off with a third-place run at the World Center of Racing. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job tonight.
Absolutely, too. Thank you.
Folks, we're going to be here another minute or two. So we have got to roll through this whole starting grid, or through this unofficial results, might I add. I feel like that admin review, they're going to be here a while. At the end of it, however, Mark Person is your winner tonight. Connor Lynch, Mitchell Raritan, Brandon Waters squeaks away with a fourth. Tyler Stevenson with a fifth-place run. Corbin Hines, Cameron Craig here raced the race of his life. However, he'll have to settle for seventh. Elijah Fisher and Kenny Real, Brent Garber in the top 10. Juan Cobbs Jr. comes home 11th. Kevin Stanner, DJ Stagner, Tyler Henry, Simon Lindmark, the top 15 run out to 51. Gordon Glidewell, John Dale, Timothy Cook, the top 18. On down to the rest of the field. Trevor Avernoff, 19th. Kevin Allen, Harry Lindmark, Jesse Dawson, Chris Logan, Nicholas Alozia, Seth Haben, David Riddell, Mike Audrey, Dwayne Drummond will come home 28th. And no, we're not done. Andrew Laws, Patrick Cameron, Joel Kurth, Corey Wright, Jason Pick, Justin Millicar, Joe Herrera, Diego Burrell, Landy Velicky, Brennan Reed will come home in the 38 spot. And no, we're still not done. Dylan Fink, Aaron Stanton, Charlie Morgan, Robbie Adams, Travis Orwick, Frank Chavez, Brian Cornelius, Aubrey Thompson, Kobe Neal, and Ethan Eckert come home. And I still think, and Hunter Hastings will come home 49th after what was a record-setting field. And folks, I will see everybody tomorrow night for the Midnight Racing League Cup Series, live from Sonoma. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night. We'll see everybody tomorrow night for more Midnight Racing League action. Take it easy.